What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the HnH Podcast. I am your co-host, Hamza Rana, joined by my older brother, Huzaifa Z. Rana, and a special guest, Will Kenoford. How you guys doing?
What's up, boys?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Super fired up for today's episode, man. Got my really good buddy, Will Kenoford. For people who don't know, he was definitely one of my best buds at St. Mary's University. We played football together for a year, and he's also a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan as well, and a diehard Ottawa Senators fan. So we've been talking for a few weeks now, trying to get him on the pod, and super excited that he's on the episode today. Will, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
Good, man. I'm happy to be here. It's going to be good to talk some football and some sports with the boys.
Get done. So obviously this past weekend, it was a interesting game. Cowboys 40-40 tie against the Green Bay Packers. Personally, I'll start first, guys. I thought the Cowboys played really well. People were expecting us to lose by 1 million, but the boys played well. Dak Prescott, which we'll get to in a second here, but I thought the boys played extremely well. I think ties, number one, should be banned in all of football. I don't understand why the NFL has the way that it ends with the overtime. We should adopt the college football rules, even the Canadian football rules. Ending in a tie is absolutely atrocious. But what were you guys thinking? I'll start with you, Will. What were your thoughts on the game and the tie and all that?
I mean, same as you, man. I was surprised by the outcome. I kind of thought we were going to get run over as well. Everyone picked us to lose, but it was exciting as hell, man. I think we only hung in there because of Dak and the offense. Obviously, that defense is looking scary this year. I have a problem with Matt Eberflus, which we can get to later, but I wish this guy would run man more. But anyways, it was a sick game, man. I didn't really give us a chance, but they made it close, so I can't be mad about that.
Yeah. Hamza, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. First of all, unbelievable game by George Pickens. Let's talk about him real quick. Dude, shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers for letting us grab George Pickens. Talk about he's a locker room issue. He's not going to fit well in Dallas. George Pickens, this, that, all offseason. We don't care. George Pickens right now has been playing great. You want to know what's actually funny? George Pickens this year already has more touchdowns this year than he did all the last year. See, that's what happens when you get him a real quarterback. That's what happens when you get him a guy like Dak Prescott, who's playing at an MVP level right now. Honestly, I agree with everything what Will said. Our defense is horrible. It is the worst. I generally don't know if this is worse than our 2020 season.
Yeah, it might
be 2020, 2021 bad.
Yeah. This is awful. Secondary is awful. Our safety is awful. Matt Eberflus awful. It's not good. Our defense, but shout out to our offense keeping us up. Do we have to score 40 points every game for us to win?
The fact that it's happened twice this year already is
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Overtime, it's ridiculous.
Let's go a little bit more detail about our defense, guys. Obviously, Will played defensive back at St. Mary's and also Dalhousie, so he is a expert on the defensive end, and he can give us an even bigger insight on our awful defense. But I don't know about you guys, man. Every single time Green Bay had the ball, whether it be 3rd and long, 4th and short, overtime, it was 4th and 6. Green Bay was on their own 20, and I immediately knew it was going to be a first down. It just seems like guys are not understanding basic coverages, man. And I think it's 90. I have a stat here. It's 96% the Dallas Cowboys are running zone coverage, and zone's good if you have a good pass rush. But we obviously traded one guy away, Micah Parsons, who was, by the way, irrelevant all game, and that was not a sack. So good trade by Dallas. But Will, you want to talk about that defense, man? So zone, what's your perspective of this? Because we have a pass rush that's not getting there. Guys are getting butt naked, wide open. I don't understand what's happening. What's your 2 cents on the whole zone, man, debate?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a fan of the zone in the NFL. Sometimes it's good to work in, sometimes, especially if there's a zone blitz going on. So if they have maybe one guy rushing or a good pass rush with that zone defense, it can work out. But they're not getting a pass rush in. So the quarterback's having 3, 4, 5 seconds to throw that ball, and when the receivers are running downfield for that long, they're just going to stretch that zone out. And there's only so much ground that a player can cover when a play goes on for 4 or 5 seconds. So I think what's happening is a mixture of terrible pressure on the quarterback and being in zone way too much. But I don't like how Eberflus is calling it. But then again, it's like if he calls man, he's gotta have the cover guys to do that. And we got Diggs injured, Bland injured. They're both kind of like just coming off injuries right now, and I don't know about that Kyer Elam guy, but he's not cutting it at DB, man.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like they're really thin at DB right now, and they don't have the guys to play man and to blitz. But
well, hopefully with our rookie out of East Carolina, Siobhan Revel,
I like that.
hopefully he comes back healthy. We're hoping again. This is a guy who was projected to go in the first round before he got injured.
Yeah, man, he's good.
College. This guy, like, he's a dog. He's really good at tracking down the field. He creates up a lot of space. If he gets a little bit burned, he has the speed to make up for it. So,
he's a ball.
Hopefully, he comes back and does something. But honestly, I don't know if he's gonna help us out a lot.
No.
Maybe Jadavian comes in.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was gonna say. I thought Clowney played okay. Like the pass rush wasn't really getting there, but James Houston, man, remember the name James Houston. If you're watching this podcast right now, watch this guy's highlights. He is legit, man. He's looking like an absolute player on the defensive side of the ball. But yeah, we know our defense is, it needs to get some work done. But I want to talk about an individual right now, and I said it in the beginning of the year that this guy is most hated on for no reason. I said this guy only gets hated on because he has a star on his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, this quarterback, our savior, Dak Prescott, is playing at an MVP level right now. Let's remember, Tyler Booker was not playing. Cooper Beebe, our center, was not playing. Tyler Guyton left halfway through the game with a concussion. Oh, let me forget, the best receiver in the CFL, the best receiver in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb, wasn't playing.
Yeah, man.
And Dak Prescott went absolutely crazy. I have the numbers right here for you, fellas. 31 of 40, 319 yards, 77.5% completion percentage. But he averaged 8 yards a throw. He had 3 passing touchdowns.
He was locked in.
And a rushing touchdown. This guy is locked in. Dak Prescott, if he continues to play like this, boys, man, our defense has to improve. But Dak Prescott, he's looking legit, boys. What do you guys think about Dak?
I'll let you go first, Hamza.
Yeah, like I said before, Dak's playing at an MVP level right now. He leads the league in passing yards. A lot of people are going to say, well, yeah, you're coming back from a deficit. And that's the reason why he's leading the league in passing yards. And there's a reason why Dak has the most attempts or whatever, even though it's not true. By the way, I was talking to an Eagles fan earlier today, so that's why I'm bringing that up.
That makes sense.
But anyways, yeah, Dak Prescott's playing great. He's super poised in the pocket. Even though the pocket was collapsing, I know he's still making great plays outside of the pocket. But yeah, Prescott's looking good. He's looking super healthy. Also, I love that he's kind of running. I think that's one thing that we're missing for at least a couple seasons. That Dak wasn't using his legs as much. I think that's also expanding our offense, a bit more in that sense. But overall, Dak's playing great. Nothing more we can ask for from a quarterback, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Zeno's I'm super high on Dak, and it's awesome to see as a Cowboys fan and as a Dak lover. Like, that guy's playing awesome right now, and it's giving me flashbacks to the 2021 season when this guy was like having his best season of his career, and the Cowboys offense was number one in everything, and then their defense was just kind of, the worst in the league. But if this guy keeps up this level of play, man, we can do some things this year, I think.
Yeah, and then after that too, the play of George Pickens, man, that catch towards the sideline was unbelievable. I thought Dak put a little bit too much air on the ball. I thought the safety was going to make a play, but George Pickens comes down with that play. He gets another touchdown, 2 touchdowns, in that game. Thank you, Pittsburgh. As Hamza mentioned, man, this is an unbelievable trade for Dallas. You now have that true 1B receiver when CeeDee Lamb goes out. And with George Pickens playing at a really great level, you're starting to see guys like Jalen Tolbert play well, Kevontae Turpin, Ryan Flournoy. These guys are now in their respective roles and playing at an all-time level. And George Pickens, until CeeDee Lamb is out, I think it's going to be a lot more. And so I'm really, really excited for that game against the Jets and see how he responds with a tough matchup with Sauce Gardner.
There's one more player I want to mention, though, and someone I don't think we're giving enough credit, is someone who actually surprised me a lot. I wasn't really I wasn't really high on him at all. especially after the way he played the year before. But dude, Javonte Williams, bro,
Yeah,
you
man.
cannot take him down on
Oh,
like
yeah.
the first hit.
No,
Dude,
he's good.
he's looking kind of fast too. Like his acceleration as soon as he gets the ball and he finds the gap, dude, this guy's a
He's got
god.
good burst, man. He's got good burst,
He's a
and
great
he
burst.
runs with his head down, man. Like he is,
Yeah.
he doesn't lose yards, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because our O line is not that great, right? Like they're getting better, but they're not that great. But he's killed.
No, he's playing a really, really great level. Anything else you guys want to talk about the Cowboys game? Obviously, tough. It was a tie. I felt like Question: did you guys feel like it was a, obviously it was a tie. Did you feel like we lost that game, or was it like you came out of the win like, you know what, we tied, but that's a win? Like, what were your guys' kind of mind spaces? I'll start with you, Will. What was going through your head after the tie?
I mean, I felt pretty good after. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought we were gonna get beaten pretty bad, and I thought it was gonna look a lot worse too. Like the Packers got a really good defense, and with Booker and BB out, our O line last year was really bad when we had our starting guys out.
Yeah.
And those guys, I think it was Hoffman in the middle, and then I forget who the guy on the left was. The left
TJ Bass was on the right, and
TJ Bass.
then Tyler Smith on the left. Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah. But the left tackle, it was a new guy as well. He was filling
Thomas.
for Booker, and he was nice, man. I saw him locking down Parson a couple times. It was, I came away from that feeling pretty good. Like obviously a tie sucks, and I would have loved to win a little bit more. But if it comes down to it at the end of the year, and we got the same record as another team battling to get in the playoffs, it's like a tie works.
There you go, Hamza. What are you thinking?
Obviously, it was a great game to watch, and also like it feels good that we were able to put a fight like that. But to me, again, it feels a little bit of a loss just because, dude, it was literally a second. It was 1 second away. Of course, Jack Sanborn finally wants to make a play at the worst time. He's another guy who's really pissing me off on the defense. But like we're right there. We score with 43 seconds left to Dak to Pickens, and like we just need one stop. We just need one. We stop them all the way until the fourth, and they leave Matthew Golden wide open in the middle of the field. Yeah. We are the worst third down or fourth down defense I've ever seen. Not even just in the league, I've ever seen ever. It's a third down, yeah, first down Green Bay. Don't worry about it. I don't have to watch it. It's a first down.
Like, the worst thing is that I knew they were going to score as well. Like the second we scored with like 43 seconds left, you almost knew that they were going to have enough time to get a field goal. They almost got a touchdown out of it, man. It's like,
I know.
Yeah,
and so I'll leave you guys with this question. I know you have an interesting question. You talked to us on off air, sorry, but that fourth, so Cowboys in overtime, they obviously elected to kick that field goal to be up 40-37. Would you guys have probably gone for a touchdown there and put the pressure on Green Bay to go score, or did you guys agree with the call to kick the field goal? I'll let you guys go first, and I'll give you guys my 2 cents on that.
What was the situation again? Like, so was it
so it was after the Jalen Tolbert catch, and then we were down on like the 5-yard line. The first play was a run to Javonte. He got stopped. Second play was Micah Parsons' fake sack on Dak. And then
they're on the 4-yard line. The 4.
And then Dak's throwaway. So I guess I'll go like I don't know. I understand kicking the field goal there, but our offense was humming all game. I wouldn't have mind trying to get a touchdown there and applying true pressure, although our defense sucks and all they had to do was get 30-40 yards and kick a game-winning field goal. So I understand Shoddy's idea. And again, right, it was a 4th and 6 and we couldn't stop them. So I don't know, something about that whole situation. I kind of wanted the boys to stay on the field and punch it in for a touchdown, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think they should have went for it, yeah. I think they should have went for the touchdown. Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's like, are you playing for a tie or a win? And I think Shoddy, it was a quick decision, and you got to make that quick, but I would have went for it for sure.
Yeah. Hamza?
Yeah, no, I was a little bit conservative there. I was telling Huzefa while we were watching the game that, no, just like take the field goal.
I don't mind the points. I don't mind.
No need to risk it at all. But I get it. I'm always, every time, but at least before a game or before possession, I'm like, yeah, our defense is finally going to do something. Also, we got a pick, but the guy was off the field. We had too many men on the field.
That call
all day, man, was
so dumb.
Like Marius Leofau with the biggest hit I've ever seen on that kickoff, and then he gets a penalty after that. Like that's just
that was a horrible play by Marius Leofau. The ball was clearly gone. He was just, I don't even know.
he was in that mode after that hit where he was just trying to lay people out and
I know.
took a dumb penalty.
All right, fellas. So enough about the Cowboys for now. Obviously, our people watching, they hate the Cowboys. So we will get to other games as well. We will finish off with the Cowboys talk as they play the New York Jets this weekend on Sunday. But boys, I'll let you guys go.
I got a
first.
question though.
Oh, you had a question? Okay, go.
Yeah, like just like we're talking about it off air. I'm just gonna say this. Now that we're past week 4, going on to week 5, we have a kind of a bit of a easier schedule going coming up, and then eventually it gets harder after the bye week. My question to you guys is: the 2 first-round picks that we acquired from the Micah deal, are you using any of those picks to trade for someone? And if so, who is the ideal target like you would try to trade it for? I'll start with Jose first, and then we'll go to Will.
I might trade those. If we were 4-0, and the guys were first place in the NFC, and you guys, okay, these guys can be a number 1 seed in the NFL, and they continue to play well, yes, I would use one of those first round picks to get a guy like maybe a Myles Garrett, or get an impact elite player. But because we're 1-2-1, I do think we're going to make the playoffs. I still think there's guys available where you don't have to spend a first round pick. For example, Malik Hooker's injured. Go out there. Dude, Justin Simmons is still a free agent, and he's a great safety, former Denver Bronco. Like, I don't know why he's not on a team right now. Jeffrey Simmons, an interior defensive lineman for the Tennessee Titans. Like, I don't personally think you have to spend a first-round pick for him. Maybe a second or something like a fifth. But I would only use a first-round pick if we were in a situation where, like, we're the Eagles, we're 4-0, the boys are the first place, and let's go out and get a Myles Garrett to win the Super Bowl. I do think we'll make the playoffs, but we'll see what happens after that. But I would keep him for now and see how they go. I think there's players available where you don't have to spend a first. Even Tariq Woolen, the save defensive back for the Seahawks, there's been rumors that he's been, on the you don't have to use a first round pick for that. So to answer your question, I would keep my first round picks for now and kind of see how we go. But it's interesting. We'll see what happens. Will?
Same thing right now, man. I don't think signing any crazy impact player like that, like that's like a groundbreaking trade for a first round pick, is really worth it this year, especially given how many guys they're going to have to pay in the next couple of years. But there's tons of good players out, like a cornerback, Asante Samuel. That guy's out there. Like Z said, Justin Simmons. I love Justin Simmons. If he was on the team, that'd be amazing. There are DNs out there that we could go and get, linebackers that don't cost a first round pick, so I'd hang on to him, man. The more first round picks is like the better, and the Packers are looking kind of shaky this year. Like, I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs. They'll definitely have a good season. It's just they may not have like a top 10 pick like everyone was predicting them to have. So you never know.
Yeah, that tie worked out great for the draft pick for both teams because it just cancels out.
I know.
If Green Bay won, our pick would have been worse, but whatever it was. So,
Yeah,
what would you do, Hamza?
I mean, I agree, but I also think you can package a first round pick and not just get one player, but you can get 2 star players on like any team. Like, I remember I was talking to you about this the other day. I said, what if, I know this would never happen, but a package where we give a first round pick and we get Jeffrey Simmons and like L'Jarius Sneed. Probably give a little bit more assets, but that's something like a fun hypothetical trade that it could happen, which never happened though. It wouldn't, but something like that. Or maybe if you want to go all out, trade a first round pick for a guy like Trey Hendrickson. He has 1 year left on his contract. He's gonna want to get signed.
You have to pay him again, like it's the same situation.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay him. You don't have to pay him $40 million. You get to just pay him $30.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting, but it's a good question. Okay. Enough about the Cowboys for now. We'll get to it before we end the podcast. But boys, there was obviously some other very exciting games that happened this weekend. So I'll let you guys go first. Any games that kind of stood out that you guys want to talk about a little bit? Some surprises, some upsets, any type of game that you guys want to talk about for a little bit. Hamza, we can start with you here, bro. Any game from this past weekend that kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings and the Steelers in Ireland. The game in Ireland. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's looking good. Aaron Rodgers is looking good. He's kind of being the quarterback that the Steelers actually need. You know, they don't need an all pro. They don't need a first round talent. Well, I don't know. They don't need like a superstar quarterback. They just need a guy to fill in the role and finally be a reliable quarterback, and that's what Aaron Rodgers is doing. Also with DK Metcalf, he played one hell of a game. Jalen Warren was up, but Kenneth Gainwell, he played really well. The defense is finally looking alive with Jalen Ramsey, Alex Highsmith, T.J. Watt. They're finally coming together. But yeah, that's a team, and also the Vikings, man. I don't know if they, without a quarterback, I don't know what they can do. Even though, despite having Jordan Addison back and then with Justin Jefferson, I don't know. The Vikings are looking a little bit shaky at the moment.
That was a good game. Will, any games that stood up for you?
Yeah, man, I mean, the Steelers one was great. I think DK and Aaron Rodgers coming back to life is pretty sick to see. Like, DK is beasting it again, going for like 80-yard touchdowns. And I mean, Rodgers still got one more year in him, which is pretty cool. Another one is the Rams and Colts. Two teams that are, I mean, the Rams aren't really surprising me, but the Colts are really surprising me. Like Daniel Jones, I always kind of thought he was a good quarterback, but he was just stuck on the Giants, and the Giants are just like in one of those QB purgatory teams right now. But he's been awesome, man. Jonathan Taylor is crazy this year, having another outstanding year. And then on the Rams, like Puka is just out of this world.
I have him in both leagues, by the way.
This guy had 170 yards yesterday, and he's getting fed like 15 times a game. It's
unbelievable.
It's pretty insane to see. So
Hamza, how did he do for your fantasy team, Hamza, against me?
Oh yeah, shut up.
Yeah. Okay, well that's you kind of took mine a little bit. That's a great game, the Rams and the Colts.
Yeah, took my game, so.
Yeah. But Daniel Jones is playing well. So you know what? I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna cheat, and maybe we can circle back around and talk about some more games as well. We do have some time. I would be remiss to not talk about the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams are heading into the game. We're both had a losing record, and one of them we're going to finish with a record of 1-3. And it looks as though Lamar Jackson suffered a little bit of a hamstring injury, and our boy Cooper Rush had to hop in there for the Baltimore Ravens, and he did what he had to do. But Patrick Mahomes had a much better game, and Rashee Rice is coming back in a couple of weeks, so I do expect those Chiefs to play well. And anything we have Patrick Mahomes playing at a high level, they will be able to compete. But man, Baltimore, people keep saying Baltimore's going to come back. There's a long season, they'll play well, but man, that defense is a little concerning for me. And you would always look at the Baltimore Ravens for having that true elite level defense. And I understand Kyle Van Noy is injured, and they just suffered another injury. Forgive me, I forget his name, but he's out for the rest of the year. He's out for the whole year. He's a defensive end. So this Baltimore Ravens team in a division now where the Browns are not very good and the Bengals are atrocious, but Steelers, they might be able to compete for the number one spot. And considering how competitive the AFC is now, Baltimore has to really pick it up here. And Lamar Jackson with the hamstring only adds to the drama in Baltimore. So that was a game that was interesting to me. I'll go two right now, and then we'll kind of go back like a snake draft. The Bears got lucky. That was, it is what it is. Caleb Williams now they won 2 straight games in a row. Good for him. But the game I wanted to talk about, and forgive me, and it's a division rival. I do not like this team at all, but they got their first win. The Giants, the New York Giants, beating the LA Chargers. Jackson Dart in his debut had a great game. I'm going to pull up the numbers right here. Forgive me for not having it out earlier. But
Martin Hampton had a game.
Pardon me?
Martin Hampton went off that game.
Martin Hampton went off, and as I'm pulling up the Jackson Dart stats, Malik Neighbors suffered a devastating torn ACL. He's up for the entire year, but just for that team, man, to pick up that win, Brian Dable was under a lot of fire recently, and here's the numbers here. So Jackson Dart, 13 for 20, 111, and a touchdown, and he averaged about 6 yards a throw with a QBR of 96%. So I thought Jackson Dart played well. Cam Scatterbo, it's a nice dynamic duo running back. I remember Dak and Zeke.
Like that guy, man.
Team.
Yeah. I like Cam Scatterbo, man. He's good.
He's going to be good. So shout out to the Giants. I hate them as a division rival, but I thought the Chargers would go in there and beat them. So that's my second game that was kind of surprising, and I look forward to seeing how Jackson Dart continues to play this weekend as they face here the New Orleans Saints. So Saints are dog water. So that's my game. We'll give it back to Will. Another game for you, Will, that kind of stood out.
All right, man. The Eagles and Bucks. That was a bit of a crazy game. I thought the Bucks really kind of shit the bed in the first little bit. Pardon my language, but I just thought it took way too long for them to come on in the game, and they actually had the door open for like most of the first and second quarter, a little bit of the third too. But the Eagles are finding ways to get it done, man. Like they keep showing that they're a good all around team, which sucks because you'll have Jalen Hurts throw for 0 completions in the second half, and
that was crazy.
And they still pull out a dub. It just
people still want to say Jalen Hurts is better than Dak. It is actually ridiculous. No, like Jalen Hurts is not even a top 10 quarterback. I'm shaking right now.
That's a crazy statement, but
no, make this point. I'm hating.
It's got a good team, man. Like special teams, they get it done. Defense, they get it done. It's frustrating to watch, man.
Yeah, that was a good game. That's a good game to pick.
But like, it was a good game.
Also, Baker, that pick at the end of the game. What are you doing, bro? First down. Like, throw it away. Yeah, I thought they were going to pull off the comeback. That was a good. And Bucky Irving was playing well too, and Emeka Ibuka is elite. Yeah, I thought they were going to pull. That's a good game too.
What makes that throw worse is that Baker, like, he never makes that mistake.
Yeah, he's always locked down on those final drives right there.
Baker never does that, and of course he does that against the Eagles. Just quickly, Thursday night game, Seahawks versus the Cardinals.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
Sorry to all of the Trey Benson owners that picked him up on waiver wire. He was pretty disappointing for you.
That's me.
Anyway, dude, someone I want to talk about just super quickly. I'll make it really short. Sam Darnold, as we talked about him before in the offseason, he's looking like the real deal. He is someone that, if he keeps playing this way, the Seahawks are going to be a real contender in the NFC. That's a team you got to look out for. Their defense just keeps getting better. Jackson Smith and Najigba is doing really good. Haven't seen much from Cooper Kupp, but also Kenneth Walker to Zach Charbonnet. That's a perfect combo back there. Sorry to all the Kenneth Walker fantasy owners as well. Every time you're on the goal line, you already know it's going to Zach Charbonnet.
It's atrocious. I hate it.
It pisses me off so much, man.
Also, Kenneth Walker fantasy runs a tough one. But yeah, that's the Seahawks are looking good. They had it, and then they blew it a little bit. Marvin Harrison finally scored. But yeah, that is that's my pick. I think the Seahawks are going to be good.
That's another interesting situation. Is that Marvin Harrison deal? He was terrible that first half of that game and the last couple of games. Then found it in the last.
Might be a hot take, might not be a hot take, but I think this is Kyler Murray's last year in Arizona. I think if they don't get it done this year, this upcoming draft class with the quarterbacks like Lenore Sellers, Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, all these guys more. If I'm forgetting the quarterback from Indiana. Who's the quarterback from Indiana?
I forget his name too.
It's embarrassing. We don't know that.
No, but he's good. Also, you got Drew Aller. You also have
first overall pick. Like he might be legit. So Kyler Murray,
your boy from what's that school? Oregon, Dante Moore.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I don't think Kyler Murray's got much left, and Marvin Harrison, like Will said, is interesting story. He's a great player. Doesn't seem to be picking it up right now.
I think I was also thinking about it earlier today. What about, again, this will be super quick, but I think this might be, if they don't produce for the rest of the season, I think you say goodbye to Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. Send him off somewhere else, because he is not, with the talent that he has on offense, he has not been producing.
Yeah, but they went up there and didn't they beat the Niners?
No, they did, but I'm just saying we'll have to see
in general
where they finish in the season. But I'm just saying I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be there for long.
That's fair. All right, fellas. So as we always do, the day tonight, this episode will be released. We will see the San Francisco 49ers in LA to face the LA Rams on Thursday Night Football. As we do every episode, we like to preview the Thursday night game, talk a little bit about it, and then we will also talk about some other games we're excited for before we get into the Cowboys and the New York Jets preview and showdown at MetLife, which, by the way, MetLife Stadium, something's got to be fixed with that turf because Malik Neighbors got hurt there. We saw Odell make that statement, and he listed everyone that got injured at MetLife. So that's a little bit concerning
No,
for
is
me.
it
But
the game at SoFi?
no, I'm talking about the Jets game and Cowboys. I quickly transitioned, but
Oh,
now I'm going to go back to LA and the San Francisco 49ers. So a division showdown between the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners losing to the Jags this past weekend, and the Rams picking up a big win against the Colts. I'll start with you, Will. What are your expectations for this game? Who do you have in this game? And a division showdown, man. They always play super well against each other. So,
Yeah, man.
what do you got?
I think this game will. I mean, the spread's pretty big on it, right? 7-point favorites for
Yeah.
the Rams. I think it'll be closer than that. Um, I think the Rams win, but I think it'll be like a 3-4 point win kind of thing. The 49ers are good, man. Like they managed to get 3 wins so far, and I think they've only had Purdy for 2 of those games. Um, their defense is good. They're playing well, and I think this could be a game that CMC starts to find his legs again and really pop off because he hasn't had that game yet this year where he's really popped off in the rushing and receiving yards. Like he's had good games, but not like we've seen from CMC. So I think it's only a matter of time.
So you got the Rams.
I got the Rams, yeah, but in a close one.
All right, Hamza.
I'm going to side with Will here. I think the Rams are going to come out on top. I think, again, Puka Nacua is going to have another great game. I think having Devontae Adams has really opened the field for Puka a lot. Again, a lot of attention goes into Devontae Adams as well. That just opens everything for Puka. I think Kyron has a double-digit touchdown day. I think the Rams defense are going to do much better. I do believe, though, Brock Purdy will be playing this game. I think Brock Purdy is back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So it might be a little bit. Actually, maybe I take that back. No, I still have the Rams winning, but I think, I agree with Will. It is going to be a closer game, but I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm expecting the game to go into like high 30s.
Interesting. I'm going to go 3 for 3 here, boys. I'm also going to go with the Rams. I think they're playing at home. However, Niners fans do travel really well, so that crowd's going to be split. But yeah, I just think offensively, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford's playing at a really, really high level right now. I do agree with Will, though. I do think McCaffrey's going to have a great day. I'm saying that because I have him in fantasy and I need him to continue to play well. But I think he will have a good day rushing. I have the Rams I would say by 5 in a really close game out there in SoFi Stadium, Thursday Night Football, prime time. Okay, so now we will get into really quickly, boys. Other games that we're looking forward to watch. We'll talk about the Cowboys and the Jets at the tail end of this segment. I will go first here, boys, for a game that I'm looking forward to watching. Also, this is really weird here. Kansas City and the Jags on Monday Night Football. That's an interesting game here. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers at Seattle to face the Seattle Seahawks. 2 teams, 3-1. Obviously, the Seahawks picking up a big victory last week against the Cardinals, and the Bucs losing a heartbreaking game to the Eagles. These are 2, I think, really, really good, talented teams in the NFC. I do have you know what? I'm gonna go with the Bucs on the road. I think they're gonna come out with this victory. I think Baker's gonna respond. The Seahawks defense, albeit, is very, very talented. Emeka Ibuka is gonna play at, I think, a really high level, and Baker's gonna push Tampa Bay into a victory in that game. So that's a really, really interesting game. I'm looking forward to watching on Sunday. Hamza, we'll start with you now. Another game that you're looking forward to watching this weekend.
I'm gonna go with the Sunday Night Football, Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. I'm actually gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go New England beats Buffalo, puts the 1 into Buffalo. I think we finally see the breakout game for TreVeyon Henderson. TreVeyon Henderson's gonna break out. I think Drake May is gonna do really well. I think the Bills' offense is gonna do well. I think James Cook is gonna run the ball well. But I think the Patriots come out on top either by a field goal or by a touchdown. I have the upset here. I have the Patriots over the Bills.
Very nice.
Sunday night in Buffalo.
I like that.
So, yeah.
All right, well.
Hey man, the game I got I'm looking forward to is Washington against the Chargers. Washington against LA. Jane Daniels is supposed to be back for that game, so we'll have Jane Daniels versus Justin Herbert, which will be good. Chargers obviously got to bounce back after that loss to the Giants. Like that was almost like inexcusable kind of stuff. Like that's not, you can't lose to the Giants. And Washington's got to bounce back as well. Like I don't know if they've lost the last two. I know they've lost their last one.
No, they beat the Raiders the week before, so they just lost the last one to the Falcons.
Lost the last one to the Falcons. Okay, so I mean, the Falcons finally had a good game last week, so there's that. Okay. But I mean, both teams got to bounce back this week, and I think it's going to be a great quarterback matchup if Jane Daniels is in there.
For sure. All right, fellas. The one that we're all looking forward to. The Dallas Cowboys head in to New York at MetLife Stadium to face the New York Jets, 1 o'clock Eastern. The 1-2-1 sounds weird to say. It feels weird to say that. Dallas Cowboys face the 0-4 New York Jets, as I mentioned, in New York. However, I'm saying it right now, and the people watching this game, this will be a Dallas Cowboys home game. Expect 60 to 70% of that crowd wearing the Cowboys blue and white. It's going to be a home game atmosphere for the boys. In the past, these games would always scare me, man. These trap games, you're heading into an environment where they're 0-4. Aaron Glenn wants to fix it up. But I think Dak Prescott, like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, he's playing at a very, very elite level, an MVP level play from Dak Prescott. George Pickens is going to play well. Obviously, Sauce Gardner is a great defensive back in this league, but I think that's going to have a positive impact on guys like Kevontae Turpin. I think he's going to have a breakout game as well. So I have our boys winning this game I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think, at least, it'll be close. But yeah, like we mentioned before, we'll talk to this a little bit more from the defensive perspective. But I say we're gonna win, but our defense has to wake the hell up, man. Like that is unacceptable. Justin Fields, we made Russell Wilson look like a Hall of Famer a couple weeks ago, which I think he will be eventually down the road. But we made him play at elite level. Jordan Love played at an elite level. Every quarterback seems to be having a day against us. If Justin Fields has a day against our Cowboys defense, we have some serious problems, like major problems. So I'm excited for that one, boys. I'll kick it to you, Will. What are your thoughts on this game and expectations?
I mean, excited for the game for sure. I think their defense is going to be. I just don't think it's going to be able to stop the offense. They give up a lot of points per game as well. Like the Jets are towards the bottom, same with the Cowboys. So I think it'll be one of those games where it is high scoring, but I think I'm seeing like a 40-20 type finish for the Cowboys. I think, but I am worried about Justin Fields running, man, because one thing the Cowboys have been terrible with in the past couple of years is like containing QBs that run. And this guy can scramble, and that's what they're the worst with. When the QB starts scrambling, they for some reason cannot handle that. So I'm a little worried to see him scrambling. I think there's probably going to be a long touchdown and a couple long runs from him in there. But again, I think our offense is going to be too much.
We need Overshown back ASAP.
Yes,
he'd be the big stall, that kind of stuff. But
yeah, Overshown.
He'll be back soon.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's going to be a 40-20 type game. I think Dallas is going to come out top. I unfortunately need Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson to play good because Lamar Jackson got hurt. So my backup quarterback was Justin Fields, and I also have Garrett Wilson, so I need that stack to do at least something. At least score on Kyrie Elam, please.
Just one.
Just one.
One team.
But yeah, I think Dallas comes out on top. I hope so, and I hope so, and I hope so, and I hope so. And this is the guy going into the draft. And sorry, I'm going to credit myself a lot here. I watched this guy film since January, and I told my brother, I'm like, yo, what if like we don't pick a running back early on, and we get this guy late in the draft? I hope and I hope and I hope I see Jaden Blue on the field this week. And this is a guy who would be the perfect 1-2 punch for Javonte Williams, because Javonte Williams is a bit of everything. He's a really good, powerful runner. He's a super great in the goal line. But the thing is with Jaden Blue, he's super quick, and he's a guy who is really good in the passing game as well. I think that would just open up our offense even more. So I'm hoping to see a guy like Jaden Blue play. But yeah, I think Cowboys.
I'm proud of that, man. Hopefully
also,
you got it.
Sorry to change the topic here, but I got some breaking news for all my basketball fans out there.
Oh.
You might find this crazy, but the long overdue contract negotiation, the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga have finally agreed to a 2-year, $48.5 million deal
I like that.
Finally, the Warriors have extended Kuminga. They have finally got this stupid contract negotiation fixed. They have signed him. We have him for 2 more years.
It's great.
Yeah, this is big for me. I have a high expectation for the Warriors this year. Well, I didn't at first because our team was horrible. We made a couple of big signings. They got Al Horford, DeAnthony Melton, Gary Payne, and Seth Curry will be on his way soon. Now we finally got locked up Kuminga for at least 2 more years, so and the Warriors could be back into playoff contention here. I think this is big.
I love that. So for people who don't know, Hamza and I, we are diehard Golden State Warriors fans as well. So I think this is the last episode where it'll just be football because Will and I and Hamza as well cannot wait for the NHL season. And let's quickly talk for a few minutes, boys, about the NHL. The Ottawa Senators open up next week in Florida to face the Florida Panthers. Alexander Barkov is injured for the next 9 months after it looks like he hurt his leg. He needs surgery. Matthew Tkachuk out till December. Well, I know you're a diehard Sens fan. How excited are you for this season and opening up against Florida and then a home opener the week later against Nashville?
I'm pumped, man. I mean, high expectations after last year for the Sens. That was an awesome year to watch. It was one of the most fun seasons we've had as Sens fans, I think, probably in years and years. So it was awesome, man. I'm excited for this year. They didn't really make any huge signings or any moves, which could be good or bad thing. I think it means they trust their guys that they got, and they got some good development out of them, which I'm pumped about, and it's gonna be good, man. Hopefully they stay injury free, and I'm excited to get some games down there.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, they didn't make any moves in the offseason. They picked up Lars Eller from Washington, which is, I think, a great depth.
I like that. Yeah, I like that pick, actually.
Jordan Spence on the right side on the defensive with Nick Jensen. Looks like he might be – I don't know. It doesn't look like he might be starting this season, but we'll obviously see what happens. And so I'm extremely excited. And for all of our viewers, next week, of course, we'll talk about the Cowboys and the Jets. We'll talk about some recaps from the game, but also – next week will be the first game in the NHL between the Ottawa Senators and the Florida Panthers. So expect a lot of Ottawa Senators talk from us. We're super excited for this season. Hamza, any takes on the Sens? I know obviously we had a great time in Game 6 last year against Toronto. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Sens?
I mean, I think the reason why we lost is because I don't want to say that. It's pretty disrespectful, but I think Brian Daboll's a curse man.
We saw Brian Dable at that same game.
That was interesting. Couldn't believe we saw him. I'm like, what the hell? Also, I don't think we let everyone know, but I'm pretty sure because when Brian Dable was there, I 90% believe that he was with GM Joe Shane. Yes. And for the people that don't know, and also this is Will's first time hearing this, if it was Joe Shane, we asked Joe Shane to take a picture of us with Brian Dable.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We took a photo with Brian Dable. It was pretty unreal.
I don't know. It looks like someone who looks exactly like Joe Shane. And
Hamza, before we end it, Hamza, do you want to tell our viewers the question that you asked Brian Dable?
Oh yeah. So this is a couple of days after the draft. Brian Dable just chilling on the bro. Shouldn't you be like introducing your new players? I didn't say that, but that's what's going on in my head. Like, dude, you just drafted. You had a pretty good draft. You should be, why aren't you in New York? So I asked a question. I'm like, hey, I have a question if you don't mind me asking. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And this is before when all the hype was Shedeur Sanders to the Giants. I think Shedeur Sanders should be the guy. You had Mel Kiper talking about Shedeur is the best fit for the Giants. All that, whatever. We saw Joe Shane at Colorado's camp or Shedeur Sanders, what's it called? Pro Day. So I asked him, even though he already drafted Dart, they locked up Dart. I said, what was wrong with Shedeur? And he laughed in my face. He was like, dude, why would you ever ask that? He laughed in my face and he's like, we like our guys. Sound a lot like Jerry. We like our guys. We like Dart.
Well, hey, one of those guys that he likes is 1-0. So good for him.
And also, Dylan Gabriel's starting this weekend for the Browns. So
yes, that also I saw that notification. Dylan Gabriel starting over Joe Flacco in Cleveland.
That is crazy.
That'll be cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that game. But
will Shedeur start at all ever?
He'll start eventually, but
I think he'll get a shot at some point.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, fellas, Will, super grateful for you to hop on, man. I really, honestly, truly appreciate it. Nice to see you as well.
Thank you for
We should link up sometime next time I'm in TO, but obviously it's super nice that you're a diehard Cowboy fan and you wanted to join us on this episode, and we will definitely have you back on for another episode. You did great. Super proud of it. That was great. Hamza, do you want to take it home for us?
For sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, we appreciate the love and support. Like I'm gonna say this every single time at the end of every episode. Every week we post a video. Every week we're recording, we're filming something, we're posting content for you guys. Thank you guys again for all the support. We appreciate you guys. Z has one more thing to say.
One more thing to say, fellas. Guys watching this, man, everyone's watching these videos, but they're not subscribing on YouTube. Please, we're at 66 subscribers right now. Get us to 100. Please share.
7.
No, just calm down. Get us to 100 subscribers, please. It would be much appreciated. And also, announcement: we are in the works right now. Quickly going through the background logistics of setting up an account. It's difficult when you're working full time and you're also coaching and you're also doing this as well. But eventually, these episodes will be on Spotify as well. I know that's been a big ask by many viewers of ours. So, Spotify soon. But please, Hamza, please like, comment, and subscribe. And Hamza, any final words? Because you closed it out great.
I think that's it. I know, again, we appreciate everyone. One final question, though, Will. Orange Crush or Orange Fanta?
I'm a Crush guy, man.
You guys suck. Anyways,
I grew up on
appreciate you guys watching.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.